Well, welcome to the Well ID Transformer app. I'm going to start off with a very quick introduction to explain to you the purpose of this app, and then I'll get into how to use it. So first I'm going to show some slides that I have. Essentially, if you do research and you use 96 well plates or 384 well plates, you'll be very familiar with the layout of these plates that have a lot of wells in them. As you can see, they have column names, which are numbers, and the 96 well is 1 through 12. And they have row IDs, letters. Here's A through H. And each well then can be named by the row and column. So this is A1, C3, and E11 here. These types of well IDs are called unpadded, and they'll make sense to you soon when you compare them to the padded types that have, you can see a 0 in between this A and the 1. And basically a padded type has some advantages, especially in Excel and other types of programs, because it has the same number of characters as the wells that have 3. So E11 has 3 characters and C03 has 3 characters. There's another type of well ID that's used, and it's simply the number. If you count going along rows first, 1 through 12, 13 through 24, 15, 20, 24, 25, 26, 27, E11 is 59. So essentially, those are the 3 main ways that wells are ID'd in assays. And because there are different ways, it can be pretty annoying. And this is why I made this app. So before I get started, I just want to make sure that you have the settings on your Chrome browser to allow the clipboard. If it's off, the app will not work. So just make sure that's on. Alright, and it says reload. The simplest way to begin is just to show you like a very common way that you might have a plate layout, and you might have results from a machine that you've read, and they give you well IDs. And say, let's just copy these, and let's go to the app, and I'm just going to click on paste wells, and there they are. And you can see, because the format that is automatically selected is padded, that A1 has become A01, A10 is the same, and so on. You have unpadded, you can make it a number. You could also make it just the row. You can see all the A's are A, and this very last one is B, and the column. So say I wanted the numbers, I could copy these, go back to my sheets, and paste them here. And if you want to create new well IDs, you don't really have them in a spreadsheet, but you want to make them and put them in a spreadsheet, you can do so. You choose your plate size. We'll do 24 well plates here, and just click autofill wells. There we are. You can just copy these and use them, paste them into your column in Excel. While we're here, I'll just show you can do this with multiple plates. Sometimes you're doing a lot more than just one plate. So I'm going to clear this. Let's say we're doing a 384 well plate, and we have 5 of them. I want to autofill. I'm not going to paste my plate names and then paste my wells and autofill. And I get complete plates. And they're named nicely. There's a way to rename these that I'll go into a little bit later. But suffice it to say that I'll copy these plates, go to the sheets, and, paste the plate names. So lots of plates, all 5. You may notice it does not go down to 5 in the actual browser. That's to save your browser from becoming clogged. But they are there if you copy. And then you copy the wells, come over here, paste. And if you do good research, data management, you will name your columns or well IDs. I want to emphasize one use case for this app. In Excel, a lot of times you'll get plates that are ordered in ways that are annoying. For example, you have A1 followed by A10, when really you'd want it instead to be followed by A2. But when you do a filter and sort yourself, you kind of get stuck here, and you can't get it to realize that A2 comes after A1 and not A10. It's doing an alphabetical sort more than like a logical sort. Basically what you want to do here is select everything, copy, paste, and then copy the wells as padded. And then you go back. Well, I guess a better thing to do was not to just completely override it. You want to make sure that you're not doing things wrong, right? A1, A10. You can call this padded. I need to find my filter button. And now, you sort ascending, because it's padded, A02 does come after A01. And now you've nicely aligned all of your other well IDs. Another common use case that I'll specifically point out is when you get your results off a machine, and sometimes they give you a plate name. Here I think we have 3 plates, they're 96 wells. They give us a nice well ID number in your results. However, because the plate, you told the machine not to read columns 1 and columns 12, you see that the well ID 1 is missing, and so is well ID 12 and 13. So you have this missing wells, and when you want to align it to your plate map, say that has your samples in it, they're not going to line up very well. So what you want to do is add in the missing wells for each plate, and that's what I'm going to do here. First, I'm going to copy all the plate names like this, go back to the top. Go to the app. I guess I'm going to make this smaller so you can see. Yeah. I have 96 selected. Pasting. Oh, no. Sorry. I need to. There we go. Of course, I'm going to need to first say multiple plates, right? And then I'll paste my plates. So now I have all my plates in there. Again, it does not going to show every single one if it goes over a certain number. I think it's 1,000. Go back and copy the well IDs. Sorry for the efficiency. If you don't know, you can make this go at twice the speed on YouTube. Well ID, oh, I copied the header. You can't do that. See, it says well ID does not exist on 96 well plates because I copied the headers. So I'm going to try this again, click multiple plates, copy, paste plates, and I'm going to be more careful this time, start, and copy, paste wells. Great, so now I have the same wells I have in the beginning, except now they're padded. And if you go to this filter, the default is to show the input wells only. However, there are 2 others. You can fill in with missing wells, which is what just happened here. If you look, there wasn't an A1, and now there is an A1. Let's also show only the missing wells. And you can see there's only the row, column 1s and column 12s are shown. So this is a nice quality control to make sure you know what are in your maps and what kind of wells are missing in your data. And to make this nicer in your actual data, what I'm going to do is just paste missing plates here. I'm going to copy the missing wells. Oh, I should put them as a number. Paste. Okay. And then maybe to make all of this much nicer, I'm gonna make these padded because it's a lot easier to understand. I guess I gotta paste wells. Copy. There we are. And now we have full plates. And if you want to filter, to arrange them nicely, you can filter by plate ID and then by well ID. And now everything is in order and you can clearly see which results are missing. And maybe you want to do well ID first. There we are. A1 through A12, B1 through B12, C1. Earlier in the app, I said that you can rename your plates using this app, and I'm going to show you how to do that. First, you're going to want to enable multiple plates so that you can paste your plate names in. And if you scroll down, you'll see that we have some new configurations possible. I'm going to go to my Excel, and I'm going to copy the plate names. This is plates 1 through 3, copy, and I'm going to now paste the plates there, and I'm going to do the same for the wells. Copy. Paste in wells. Great. So maybe you want to do unpadded, but that's not the point here. Notice this might be confusing to people. It says autofill 1 plates. I've added 3 plates, but saying 1 here. And that's because this is really only for autofill. As long as you add the plate IDs, the app believes you. But if you want to make new ones, you need to tell how many plates to make. So back to renaming. There's 2 ways to do this. Let's first start with the manual rename, where you simply say my manual name. You type it in, right? Second plate and third plate. There we are. And if we copy these and go into the sheet, you can compare the new names, right? If you have a whole bunch of plates, you might not want to manually type them in. There's another way to do it. If you copy these plates, I'm copying this, and you go to your sheets and you paste in, I'll paste a new sheet going. You see it says plate 0. I copied from the actual website, just kind of, I should have a button that will make that easier. But you can now say whatever you want here. For 3 plates, it doesn't make any sense, but if you have 30, it might be a lot easier. You can copy this, go in to your actual sheets, delete that, and paste all of it into the first plate, paste, and it will recognize if you have the same number of rows that you copied from Excel, it will populate each one. And let's submit. So now our plate names are simply numbers. And last but not least, there's another option for renaming your plates, and it's like a more of a systematic way. If it's not too special, you just don't want the plate 01, or maybe you have 100 plates. I hope you don't have to have 100 plates, but you might need more padding. So you can say I need a pad with 3 zeros. You can submit that, and now instead of plate dash 01, you have plate dash 001. And maybe you start at 100, and now you have 100, 101, 102. Maybe you don't want a dash. Maybe you want no separator. You see that? And you can change the suffix as well. So plate. Maybe you're really systematic and you have dates on all your plates and initials. Initial underscore submit. Yeah, you got some good plate names. Those are the 2 ways you can name your plates. So far, I haven't mentioned what this sort is. I would say most of the time no one's going to use it, but I'll just show you what it does. it sorts your wells differently than the way that they were input or auto-filled. So I'm just going to auto-fill some wells, and they have the, by default they're sorted nicely. But say you wanted to mimic badly sorted wells in Excel or in another program where you have A10 coming after A1. You can do it, yeah, and then you can copy and paste. If you do things differently, you don't have to do this, but sometimes you run into situations where it's just nice to make a new autofill well and just get the wells in the same order that your other ones are in. If you have numbers, you might want to order it in the way that they'd be ordered if you were only seeing numbers in Excel. You see that A1, A10 gives you a different order than the A1, A10. And again, if you don't understand, I encourage you to just click through them until you get the ones you want. And that concludes this tutorial for the Well ID Transformer app. If you run into any problems, please remember to use Chrome. Don't use another browser. Try to update your Chrome as well. Additionally, ensure that your Clipboard is allowed in your browser session. Otherwise, these buttons won't do anything. Please thumbs up if you like, and if you run into any problems that aren't solved with Chrome and this Clipboard, then please add them to the comments below.